what is my role in this?
What's your motivation?
Do you think we have
a bartender?
Yeah, but more than a bartender. And what is my connection to this tequila? Do you think I had a really bad night in 06 with this tequila?
No.
I threw up all night.
No, you're just a bartender and you hate your mother.
My mother, I hate my mother
because
hate your mother. She had a bad day in 05 when she slipped and fell.
Call me back.
Left me at school.
Call me back.
We need to call. Can we call the director?
Just do the line.
Yeah.
Just do the line.
Man, that first scene. Holy shit. Fuck. You have everything. You're on a fucking American Horror Story. Just.
So I guess we're starting there. We're starting with.
Why not?
It felt good.
Yeah, it felt great. Yeah, we're starting with Marvel Spotlight's Wonder Man.
Yeah.
What is the Spotlight?
I don't know. It just seems like a farm where they allow incoming new talent to like produce a bunch of different episodes and kind of show what they can do.
Or they just chose to say that because Black History Month. We'll see what happens.
We're spotting the spotlight on you. Aren't you happy?
Welcome to Thirst Quencher. We're gonna be reviewing Wonder Man and Fallout.
Yeah.
So stick tuned. We're gonna start with Wonder Man because I think
potentially like two nuclear bombs.
The fresh. I think that's the freshest for me. I think I watched Wonder Man. I think I finished it yesterday. So
same.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm the opposite.
Reverse.
I'm the opposite, but yeah.
Reverse. Yeah.
Yeah, Wonder Man by Spotlight Studios. They've done a couple things for Marvel, right? Didn't they do Hawkeye?
I don't know.
Didn't they do Werewolf by Night?
I think
feel like
by Night.
they love that black and white.
Yeah,
they love
it.
that shit.
Yeah, that's all over it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dang, Werewolf by Mid.
Nay.
It was
fun.
It was something.
Can't you have a good time?
Yeah.
That's rich coming from him, right?
Yeah, I had a great time, man.
Yeah.
Especially for the holiday.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
No, I had a good time with Werewolf by Night, and I also had a good time with Wonder Man.
Yeah, Werewolf by Midnight.
Wonder Man has been probably the most the reception to Wonder Man for me has probably been the most shocking.
It has been like you either hate it or love it. I feel like
it's been overwhelmingly like,
and the people who love it, they have been outspoken about how much they love it.
It's like just optimistically, positive.
I think I'm in that boat. I think I'm leaning towards that boat,
and I get it.
I get the positive with not with the last few minutes of the last episode, but
we'll get to that.
Yeah. I Wonder Man stars has what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. He also played Black Manta and Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen series.
oh, we saw his people.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop. We don't know.
We did.
We don't know for sure.
We did see the people.
We don't know for sure.
Yahya Abdul Mateen II, Ben Kingsley, Olivia Thirlby, Adrian Moayed, and X Mayo are some of the casting. The main two, obviously Yahya and Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Which speaking of that chemistry, I thought was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Their chemistry on screen was one of my favorite parts of the show.
It kept me going. If I can't watch the show for anything, it would be at least for those two. Like whenever they are talking on, when they're bantering on screen and everything. And what's his face who played the Mandarin before? Like I missed him. I forgot how much I really liked that character, or at least that
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley. Yeah. So
yeah, his character of Trevor is, I think, ever since we've seen him, like at the end of Iron Man 3 and was it Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Was he in
Shang-Chi?
Yeah, where he
was
played
really
Trevor, right?
prominently featured in Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Yeah, where he played just Trevor. I think his portrayal of Trevor is amazing.
It's only gotten better. It's only gotten better since
a little what we do in the shadows.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it does. That's what this show kind of gave me a vibe of. This show gave me a vibe of like an indie film. Like, I don't want to say Wes Anderson, but I feel like going back to what you said about the end, the ending to me was Wes Anderson-ish.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, hey, this is what happened.
It was just a few guitar chords off. You know what I mean?
That's it. If your guitar chords off and there wasn't enough felt, there wasn't enough like wool clothing. But their chemistry together when they were trading off lines, just kind of like reciting like their favorite thing, and like that to me was like one of the highlights of the show. And maybe I was so overly critical. I one of the main critiques I heard personally from people like at the gym that kind of like overheard talking about the show was its lack of use of its powers, or the lack of it being a comic show or a superhero show. But to me, I'm cool off that. We have those.
I'm actually of two brains about that, because while I was watching the show, I was in turmoil with myself. Like, on the one hand, this is what I talk shit all the time about, this kind of thing. Like, we can stand on this type of, it doesn't have to be as lore heavy, because there are a lot of people who are watching this shit who, let's be honest, don't give a damn about any of these things as much as we do.
I think I don't give a damn about Wonder Man as much. Like, I can't name you a Wonder Man villain. I can't name you a Wonder Man arc. I had to Google what his powers were. Honestly, I knew he was just Bishop. To me, he's just Bishop.
Yeah, doesn't he?
White Bishop.
Doesn't he?
And I think Bishop is way more compelling. His backstory is way more compelling to me.
Which feels bad, because if he's just Bishop, that means we're not going to give him Bishop.
Hey, we got it once. We'll get it again. His powers are red, okay? Not purple, so that'll be different.
Hey, but they both black.
So
no, now Bishop's
now.
What's all this focus on race?
You're right. But I don't see color. I just see actors.
Exactly. I'm probably gonna be like a little bit on the side, because if everyone's, we're all in somewhat of an agreement that this is a good series, I'll be that guy and say that I do think that I don't need a show to show me how good Ben Kingsley can be next to anybody. We kind of already knew that he's a phenomenal actor.
No.
And I don't need another show to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I like don't get me wrong, the performances are great in this show. I guess like what I'm saying is that I teeter on wanting something to be a little bit more accessible to someone who's coming into it from a perspective of, this is a comic book. This is based off of a comic book show. And I often, push back against like Penguin, because it's like, they kind of stray a little bit from the source material almost to the point where they don't need it. This show is taking a similar approach, where it's more about it being the show first, and, not really focusing on anything like Power or Marvel related.
Yeah.
Just completely stripped bare.
I completely, honestly, I'm like, you're not alone. I'm also in that part. Maybe a little bit more. Like, I thought the show was just like okay, but it also feel like it was it's kind of two ideas. I feel like there was the script that came way before the even power element came into play. And there was a idea about like a struggling actor who wants to get into movies and somehow he has a struggling with something. We don't know what maybe that could have been something else before, but now it has become, since it's part of the Marvel verse, it's become these abilities. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of a, like, I just want to see cool superheroes do cool superhero shit and everything. If I want like a Wes Anderson film, I'll just watch a Wes Anderson film. Like, the thing is, if it was that cool, like if it had incorporated it a little bit better.
Like me in Star Wars.
Huh?
You sound like me in Star Wars. I don't want to see all this bullshit. What a lightsaber is that?
No, yeah. Like, I just want to see, I want to see the superhero stuff. But like I feel like there could have been a better balance. But if you're going to do like 2/3, not even like, I would say like 3/4 of it is just like this indie type film, like this very stylized, like little low story. Then like just this other part is like, here's some like little superhero stuff. Then like maybe it could have just been that and not the superhero element.
That's fair.
Like,
and
that's
stylized to hell. That thing was styling.
Yeah, like they really I love how the title sequences come up and everything, which is kind of cool. And like, but I'm like,
I love the little jalopy.
Yeah, I thought that was like there are some cool elements. I'm not saying it was bad, but like for like a Marvel film, I didn't come for that.
This is how I wanted them to handle maybe like a mutant introduction for the first time.
That would
I'm not opposed to the idea of them showcasing like people with these abilities experience the mundane. They're people, and we are allowed to be taken on that journey with them. Yeah, and we don't have to have everybody have some type of dramatic showcase of their powers. I do like the showcasing of how his abilities are getting in the way of what he wants to accomplish as a person.
Yeah,
and that's so fitting for a mutant but unfortunately, we got it here and not with mutants first.
I also just one more thing. I just want to also put it like I also believe that it was way too long. I feel like it could have been tighter.
A nice 8.
That's
6.
Like it could have been a good 6. I would even say
it was 8, but
it was 8.
like a 5.
6.
I would say 4 or 5. Like it's just like just tighten that shit up. If just so we can get to the point so we can like, because sometimes I feel like a lot of the scenes or a lot of like the episodes could have been omitted a little bit, or at least shortened out, or mixed with
who the writer was on that very last episode, because I think it was paced very well. A lot happened in that episode when I was watching it.
the last episode.
Yeah. A lot happened. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot,
And it was well paced.
I do agree. Some of the episodes might have been a little tangent. Like there's a lot of tangents in some of the episodes, especially I guess when you get to like the Doorman episode.
Oh, that episode almost broke me. Like
It was very long to see all that, but although I kind of enjoyed it. Because this show to me, more or less of it being an introduction to this new hero, it also set a lot of ground rules for just everyday life in this super powered world.
Yeah.
Especially with the claws, the doorman claws, or just somebody that doesn't want to be in the spotlight or doesn't necessarily want these things happening to them. Mm-hmm. How this person goes about, kind of living a normal life while suffering from this. And like I think I said it outside of the pod, this gave me a lot of like, maybe it's just the times that we're in, but it a lot of similarities to like what an undocumented person might be doing. You know, like there's kind of like the Department of Damage Control was like very ice, kind of like flavored.
very icy.
Yeah,
Very
flavored.
And there was a lot of like, like maybe it wasn't undocumentation. Maybe it was a person battling with AIDS, and that the stigma of being in the entertainment industry with that, or any other stuff, or back in the day being gay.
Yeah, it could have been like anger issues.
Yeah.
It could have been like I remember we were talking about like I remember like it could have been like a tremors, or even like a having seizures.
Like I like the status that we're in now with superhero shows, where we can start doing what we do in the comics. Where like, granted, in the comics they do a lot. It's gonna always end up in a one-on-white big bad fight. Yeah. But I like that we're using this kind of like this platform to speak on everyday issues, which I feel like some of a lot of the comic book runs that are like 6 or 7 issues they'll take like this one thing and they'll kind of juggle it in between this world, and how does this parallel to real world life. So I enjoyed it in that aspect where it's like, cool, it's in the superhero world that's super palatable to a lot of people that want to see this, but then it kind of like speaks on something different, which I can see why if you're going in there to watch
right,
Wonder Man punch, you're not gonna like it.
Right. That's the second mind about it. Because on the one hand, I do always want something to be as accurate as it can be, without scaring away the normies. But also, I like that a property can stand on its own without having those things. Because I've had my fair share of superhero shows that go full on head into it. Like Arrow just evolved into a sea of men in leather, just punching and flipping over each other. And some women, jumping and flipping all over each other. By the time they're done fighting, I'm exhausted. So I'm glad. So
they failed the city.
They
failed the city though. Did they fail the city?
They're putting every arm, muscle, and leg.
But did they fail
the city? Absolutely not.
I have no idea how that city had any crime. By the way,
yeah, honestly, half of them were right there fighting, being the. So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tattle on myself. I've parked in a handicapped spot in an empty parking lot to go in and out of a store. You think I want to come out to the Arrowverse rocking my shit because I wanted some milk?
Well, you definitely hear him coming. It's a lot of leather. It's a lot of leather. I've seen that when we go down that road, and we have plenty of examples. So I am happy that a show like this can just be stripped, and it can be kind of fun for everybody. It's not always, going to end up in punching your big bad. And even when they did spend a lot of time there. Like I do like how sparingly they used his powers. Even though, I don't even know by the time the series is over if he's even actually Wonder Man or not. That's just like a
Yeah.
I don't care if he's Wonder Man or not.
But then what's the fucking point of the show? Okay,
which
like,
you know,
It could just be a
again,
show about a character.
No,
Like, we can get to the point that we don't need power to explain these characters in the Marvel universe. We can get to that point.
This is literally Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
At the end
Oh,
you saw it?
oh my
You
God.
saw it?
You saw it
Turbo Man
too?
or not? Exactly.
You saw it too?
I was gonna bring that up. Like, yeah, this makes me think about Jingle All the Way. Like, is he actually?
Oh shit! It's Turbo time.
Yeah.
Is it actually Turbo Man at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Does Turbo Man actually exist?
the movie isn't called Turbo Man.
Now, see, you're doing that thing where it's like this is what it came from. This is what it is.
This is what it's called.
If it's not that thing, therefore it's bad. And you know, you're not necessarily wrong because objective wise, yes. What are we doing here?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if it was like about if it had like a different title? I feel like if it was like instead of trying to like this is marketing itself as Wonder Man. We even have Wonder Man. There's a movie of Wonder Man in this verse and everything, and he always wants to be Wonder Man. I'm like, okay, I kind of feel like it could have market itself a little bit differently than calling itself Wonder Man and just calling itself like I don't something else, because like it just feels like it was duping me a little bit. Instead of because Wonder Man is a backdrop. It's window dressing for this character for Simon, which is fine. But like you named the thing Wonder Man. You market it with showing the Wonder Man scenes, and
he's actually the dude who's Wonder Man.
Yeah,
The way I see it,
okay,
the way I see that this character came into his dream. Imagine being a child and you're watching Power Rangers.
Yeah,
and you get cast as Power Ranger.
You get casted as the Red fucking Ranger.
Are you the Red Ranger?
And then not only that, you learn that you actually have the powers of the Red Power Ranger. It's a dream come true.
yes.
This character's living
assuming you're looking at it like it's like that's what you wanted. You know what I mean? I don't know if Simon is like I'm gonna go if a bank is being robbed, I'm gonna be Wonder Man.
But he can figure that out. But he's living the dream now.
But the only thing that but the thing is, like, he didn't look at Wonder Man because he wanted to be Wonder Man. He looked at Wonder Man because it reminded him of his father. Because it was a tribute to his dad. That was the reason why he saw the roles like I had to be in that role.
The symbol is there, but it's still it's still his fantasy hero, and that's
not
him
his
now.
fantasy hero. He wants to be Wonder Man for his dad.
No, he knows everything about
because of his dad.
Exactly.
Because literally,
that's like me wanting to be a luchador because I went to a lucha match with my dad when I was 7
and then
years
your dad died literally like maybe a week after.
So then I go frog splash people in the middle of the road.
The only happened. No, it's just like the only reason he even became an actor was because his dad said you could be an actor.
That's fine, but he's still a kid, and that stuff still means something to him, and he's watching this. It's shaping him who he is.
I'm just saying that's not the same.
That
as
parental influence matters.
All I'm trying to say, the influence is indirectly not about Wonder Man. It's about him and his relationship with his dad right after he died. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like Wonder Man is a backdrop. Wonder Man is just like the result, but like it's not the reason.
And I think that is the point of this show.
And like that's why he's not going. That's why there's no reason for him. Like Wonder Man could have been anybody. It could have been about. Like the whole movie thing, him becoming that, even he could have kept his powers, but it could have just been anything. It like Wonder Man doesn't really matter to an extent.
I think you just held up on now semantics, love.
It's not the Wonder Man is semantics. That's what I'm saying. Like the whole point of Wonder Man, the hero in the movie and stuff. It doesn't. That part is literally.
It could have been anybody. Yeah,
it could have been. It could have been anyone. It could have been anything. It could have been fucking Indiana Jones.
Yes, but we're watching Marvel, and no one gives a fuck about Wonder Man. So they chose.
We're not talking about. We're not talking about the overhead about what they meant. We're talking about what the story was and what it was just trying to say. And I'm saying like. It didn't have to be Wonder Man. It could have been, and that's what it's like, kind of like
100% right. But I personally am glad it was Wonder Man,
and that's the duality, and that right there is the duality.
Because there's no other way you're bringing in Wonder Man.
Exactly, I do agree with that. But that right there is the conflict of or the duality when it comes to if you're coming in with a message that you hope will supersede or kind of smooth out the more mundane elements like the superhero shit. You you wonder which one's going to be more successful.
I wonder.
Yeah, it's on purpose. Okay. You wonder which one's going to be more successful. And obviously with this show, the theme is way more, important. But it does leave something up in the air that the rest of the universe wasn't constructed this way. We had to be on the nose and it had to be straight out. And that's why a lot of our frustrations are coming with, well, it could have been anybody if you're just going to make it about, fluff and whatever the fuck.
But that's who Wonder Man
Are we
is.
going to get a
He
Wonder
isn't
Man?
anybody.
Well, here's the thing. And I challenge this to anybody that's kind of angry about Wonder Man being wasted like that. Name one Wonder Man arc.
Don't ask Wonder Man fans to do that because they'll name them all.
No,
Please, so I can read one.
Look.
That'd be nice.
It's not about. Look, I'm just saying. I felt it's not the fact that it wasn't bad.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't want to lose the thought. I thought Wonder Man was Warpath.
They do have similar costumes. They have very similar costumes. They like literally down to the letter.
Yeah. So it's like, why are you mad?
I mean, honestly, I go with the rule of you should just be happy to see him.
Yeah.
I'm never going to see Rage in my lifetime, I'm convinced. But, I mean, you should just be happy to see him. You should be happy to see him. I mean, we got him officially before we got a live Booster Gold.
Thank God.
So it's not a bad thing, but I do understand where Chris is coming from.
Because sorry to cut you off.
Because that was something I struggled with the show, and part of the reason why the reception to it is so surprising to me, because I thought this would have been one of the ones, of course, that cut this shit off. This is dumb. It has nothing to do with Wonder Man. He's not even the fucking guy by the end of the series.
I thought he was going to get hit with the She-Hulk.
Who cares?
I thought he was going to get hit with
Wonder
the She-Hulk treatment.
Yeah, me too. I was like one eye.
I was actually not going to watch the show until we decided to
Review it.
You ready? You ready for the woke question now?
Okay.
Does that mean more people are accustomed to seeing black leads, and people aren't ready to see women leads?
Well, yeah, that's like from the dawn of time, especially in this space.
Yeah.
In the comic book space,
They really don't want to see women do anything, and that's really sad. But also,
I seen a little back and forth on the internet of somebody's like, Wonder Man is white. You're like, well, this comes from the Ultimate Universe where Nick Fury is black, and then no response because
you know what I mean?
if you take one, you gotta take the other. Like,
Got him.
It's just
and that right there. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
And that right there is also why I'm happy for the reason that the show succeeded.
Yeah.
Because that little part right there, the arguments, I don't care about those. These are about small people who don't even worship the source material the way they say they do. So it's like at the end of the day, this shit doesn't even really matter.
Yeah.
Marvel came out with something that was successful, heartfelt, character driven shit that we've been saying that they're capable of for years, and now they actually did it. Is it to my liking? No. Something in me is not sitting right with not ending this series with having an actual established Wonder Man. Something is not sitting right with me because it's like Chris said, the show is called Wonder Man. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's not Wonder Man.
You were left wondering, right, man?
I was
up!
left out in the cold. So it's like there's definitely there's
don't you wink at the camera.
There's some mixing here that's not done. This cake is not all the way settled. But I'm not mad at it because again, it succeeded on its character driven elements, which is something that this universe in every universe that's still dealing with capes and leather right now desperately fucking needs. Yeah. You need some kind of medium between.
You need some grounding to understand why these heroes are saving.
Yeah, who they are, why they are larger than life, and they can be human. Honestly, this is something that I wish I hope they nail or can nail eventually with Spider-Man, where it's like you need to be able to see what makes him go out there and do this every night. Yeah, you need to have some idea of it, and because this stuff is important to them. Like we don't get to spend a lot of time in it with comics because everything is explosion. Yeah, who is this?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You have 17 pages to do X amount of panels.
Yeah, you don't spend a lot of time. Exactly. So now we have a lot of time to lay in and see what motivates Simon Williams. Maybe it'll pay off later, but I kind of like that they did it and succeeded. And people are immediately shitting all over it. I'm glad something like this can exist. I do wish it was more satisfying to my. I want to see superhero brain, but I'm not mad at the show.
There's definitely nitpicks that come with the territory. A nitpick is the pacing is slow. I will say it could definitely be construed until 6, 7. We didn't need 8 episodes. What was something that you actually did like out of the show?
I actually did like the Doorman stuff.
I never saw it coming.
Yes, and I also liked seeing him.
I hated that.
Use that.
I loved it.
I hated that guy.
When Buddy was like, "We did impressions of you in middle school," I was like, "We sure did."
It's time to teach America a lesson. Here's another lesson.
Call me a terrorist.
I love that.
I love that part
Call
where
me
it's
a
like,
teacher.
I can see. I know you guys are dealing drugs. It's like, nah, man, we're making candy.
I love it. No, seriously, look, it's
No, yeah, that was awesome.
I do love the fact, like, I have to say, like, from that movie, when he showed up, that's why I kind of really, I was so, like, when they first made the trailer for Iron Man and everything, and they showed that character, like, I was so, like,
Ready.
I was so for that character. I was so for that version of Mandarin, but then they just said, actually, actor, whatever. So it was kind of nice, like, a little, at least they're using it for something.
Yeah,
especially
at least Ben Keighley came back. You know who didn't come back? I am the Mandarin. He didn't come back.
No, he's dead.
He wouldn't come back, and we wouldn't
any
allow him
capacity.
back. We wouldn't allow him back in the building.
No, fuck
honestly.
No.
Everything that came with Iron Man 3 needs to go. I'm sorry.
2.
And
No,
3.
that was 3.
Oh, that was
2
2.
was Mickey Rourke.
3 was awesome. I mean, 2 was fucking
2
amazing.
was the Whiplash.
2 was
Sorry,
with
my
War
bad.
Machine.
My bad.
Grundy did the storyboards and it obviously shows.
Yeah.
2 was fucking rocking. I don't care what
2 was
anybody
good.
says. 2 was fucking
2 was
rocking.
really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like everything associated with Iron Man 3, the kid, the botanist lady.
He came back that one time.
Everybody needs to go. Get everybody out of there.
I'm glad Ben Kingsley was here.
Yeah, out of all
me
the,
too.
Yeah, out of all the ones who,
I mean, he's been in 3 fucking properties since. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of glad.
There was even that little, like, I didn't watch it, but there was like that short little miniseries of him, the Mandarin miniseries. And everything, when they were hinting about the Mandarin, but then
I didn't watch that either.
it's okay.
Yeah, just some things I can't do.
With that being said, I don't know you guys have any final thoughts on Wonder Man?
Final thoughts. I really did enjoy almost the entirety of the show, with the exception of like that last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
Full spoiler. First spoiler if you didn't see it already. He should have sat in that prison cell a little longer, or that could be a point of interest for something else later on if he needed to be broken out.
Agreed.
That was too soon, or we didn't know how much time passed in between. Like, how was it? 30 minutes?
Well, enough
was
time
it
for
30
him to-
days?
It was enough for them to film an entire movie and
releasing cycle
and
for everyone
the fall off of the movie for him to start getting other offers.
yeah.
So it was at least
at least 2 years.
Yes,
It takes a little bit. It takes a little bit to film a movie. It takes a little bit to film a movie,
Depends on the movie, but
especially when it's released.
I would say 6 months to a year and a half to 2 years. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he sat in there for a minute. It's just the pacing was so kind of like day to day in the beginning that at the end, when you kind of fast forward through all that,
Yeah,
it does feel a little jarring.
Yeah.
I have one more gripe and stuff. The agency, why didn't they just pick him up? I feel like it was the writing was on the wall. That he was dangerous. Just
Well, because I mean, I guess
why
they don't know
they
what he
just-
could do. If they picked him up, he could like kill him.
I mean, Ben Kingsley was never going to figure that out. He just knew he has powers. And I'm like, well, you need to learn more about him. Like, okay. I'm like,
I think
that's what I'm saying,
Like I said, the parallels between that and Real World were like just the incompetence.
Yeah.
just competence.
yeah. Okay.
And look at how they were,
like they were like, just grab anybody. Like, we're losing funding. We just need
people
anything.
doing things based off if they're going to keep the lights on.
And that's the thing. Like, cause I remember the meeting they had and everything. I'm like, okay. Like, we're waiting for evidence, and then like episode like 4 or 5, they was like, yeah, he has powers. He fucked up his thing. Like, he has ability. They're like, well, here, have this wire. Let him admit that he has power. Like, okay.
Well, I guess it would be
that was like my own.
if I had to put on my lifting gloves and do some heavy lifting. I guess I would imagine, because to do so would take resources, and it's like 5 vans. Like, what are they going to do if he has powers to knock out an entire studio? They're not just going to go risk a front-on confrontation with the guy. They don't know what it takes to bring him down.
Okay, fair.
So if I had to just
And
That's I'm like. Then
how
like,
did you feel about the role that Damage Control has in the MCU?
I like it because it's like we need to know that there are fringe, like, properties that exist in the world that's trying to keep that order. Similar to like when Spider-Man hit the scene, there's like people who pick up shit after the fighting sites and use it.
Because that's what Damage Control is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Damage Control in the comics is never a
a powerhouse.
law. Yeah, it's not an arm of the law. They're just construction workers that rebuild stuff. Oh. So this, this new front that they gave damage control, as in like preventative superhero gathering, is a little, it was a little crazy to me.
Level wise, it made sense because everybody can't be Shield to that degree. Right. There has to be smaller and smaller subsidiaries, and their reach is very specific.
Yeah,
and their reach is clear so much that you're not going to see a mutant in prime time television. Whatever, stakes are pretty low there, but I mean, I got it. It was cool to have them.
Enhance being,
right? Enhanced beings, right?
I do like the fact that we're. I also like just having that little, like they're still using the jail cell, the jail.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I know that.
All right, guys, listen. Let's wrap this.
Okay.
Let's give it our ratings. What are we doing here?
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first. Right off the bat, I think it's an 8.5 stolen skulls out of 10.
Bet.
I'll give it 8 bags of mango chamoy out of 10.
I give it a 7. A 7. Shit.
Trees in the foyer.
Yeah, trees. No, don't. You know what? No, 7 holes in head.
That was crazy. That was nuts.
Me up.
I was like, whoa.
That fucked me up.
All right, we're changing here. And then,
I'm like, oh, he's a murderer. Oh, shit.
I said, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I will say there was so many times where they did that. There was a few times where they did that where like they would have like those the cinematography or whatever, like the editing that was like on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'll give it 7.5, mental breakdown explosions out of 10. That was a really cool camera sequence. I thought that was like an awesome way to use that.
You're talking about on the couch, right?
I'm talking about that was cool too.
At the family dinner.
But I meant the studio where he went in there and fucking went crazy, because I gotta be honest, I feel like I have similar, not with powers or anything, but
that's why I think this show, like, it handled that kind of like the anxiety or whatever, explosions, crash outs in a really cool way.
Yeah, absolutely.
With that being said, though, moving on, this is going to be a dual review.
You could have said 8.5. I would have fired him too.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, he didn't get fired.
No, because it was the manner. He never saw me coming.
Oh, that's right.
Hated that twist, be honest with you. I hated
Stop hating!
Using that.
Saw it from a mile away, by the way.
Of course. It's like, great. He's a great actor, and I love to see him in it, but it was just like a pointless
I have another lesson for you.
thing,
I have another lesson for you, America.
Just love seeing him do it, though. I won't lie. Seeing him do it, every new line, every way he puts a little bit of oomph on every word, I'm like, man, you knew
the
that
hamburger
wanted this.
American convention.
Honestly, if Sir Patrick Stewart wouldn't have been, Professor X, I think Ben Kingsley would have been a fantastic Professor
Shit,
X.
I'll go so far. I'll go a step further and say, now that the actual Mandarin is dead, fuck it. Let's just let Trevor be the Mandarin at this point, because he's so cool at it.
I'm not.
They obviously want to do it.
I do not. I hate the fact that they just.
This character redemption is amazing.
He's just dead. Yeah, let him become the Mandarin.
There's no actual real
He
Mandarin.
had the rings and everything.
Right. Like,
have the rings possess him.
He kept the props.
He kept
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Speaking of props, the props in the next show to me are so tantalizingly amazing because I'm a fucking fanboy.
Yeah, juice it up, bro.
Yeah,
Fallout, your shit.
Fallout Season 2 is finally wrapped up, and I gotta say, I love it. I will say, spoiler alert from the very top, having Ron Perlman be in it is just...
Yeah, I just ran
nice comeback, dude.
It's a great, What better way that they are paying attention and loving of the material to where the first time I even heard anyone use the "War Never Changes" line, I was like, oh, they baked it like a fine cake.
What did he say he did that role for back in the day?
I don't know how true it is, but jokingly, $40 in a sandwich.
Holy shit!
He was in the original Fallout.
Yeah,
that tracks to me. That tracks to me.
I mean, if you're thinking about it, like, so what? I think the original time that came out was the first time they had the audible "War Never Changes." I think it's Fallout 3.
Oh yeah, because
might
it was
be
like
wrong.
it was like a trailer for it.
Yeah, I
and
might
that's
be-
what I think I
I
heard.
might be
Xbox
wrong. and it might be-
360?
I might be wrong, and it might be 2, but
That's
I don't-
where I heard it. I know I heard it at 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then Fallout New Vegas, which would have been the following year or 2. He came back for that. But if it did 2 or 1, that's before my time. I'm not gonna pretend and act like
Yeah.
Yeah, anything about
you know
that.
I know anything about that. Fallout 3 is my introduction to the series and where I fell in love with it. And ever since then, I've played every congruent version of it, even the mobile ones.
You want to hear how I got baptized in Bethesda games through Fallout 3?
how?
First 15 minutes in the game, right? I come out the vault. I come into the very first city or town that you're in. I can't remember because it's so long ago. But I'll never forget that the first thing I see is a Deathclaw with like 1 HP. And then, cool, awesome. That's it. Shoot it. And then shoot this little, what are the little crab people called? Mylarks?
Marlurks?
Yeah. Killed one of them.
I had nightmares about those.
The Deathclaw I killed had a blueprint for the Deathclaw weapon. I said, awesome. Something about this doesn't seem right. Let me save. The game corrupted.
Nice. You weren't supposed to get that.
That was my first 20 minutes of playing Fallout 3.
Welcome to Bethesda.
The game corrupted. I was like, manual save. It said corrupted data. I was like, what do you mean corrupted data? Manual save. It said corrupted data. I was like, manual save. Damn.
Good old Bethesda. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen a T-pose in the show yet.
We don't highlight
Not
those
yet.
mistakes.
The fuck we don't.
No,
They don't celebrate those mistakes.
Yeah,
Not yet.
they-
The fuck we don't. They keep doing it in every single game.
Yeah,
We
true.
obviously do.
We patch those out later.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No.
Modders patch those out.
Yeah, no. That's why I said we
Oh,
patch those out.
For Fallout Season 2, we are fresh off the coats of what happened at the end of Season 1.
Minerva, what's that lady's died? That lady who had the
Moldaver.
fusion core, Moldaver, she died, and then
Yeah,
they
she
powered up the city again.
Yes.
Yep.
And then the New Republic is fighting with the Brotherhood of
The Macaulay
so-
Culkin Republic.
The,
Yeah.
the,
No,
the, the
those
Legion.
are the legions.
Yeah,
So they go back
nah,
into a further timeline of New Vegas after the events of Fallout New Vegas started or ended. So at the end of season 1, we see Hank, which is Lucy's dad, approaching Vegas, which sent an entire uproar through the community because they're touching on New Vegas. At the beginning of the season, we see Lucy following her father to Vegas alongside the ghoul, and they end up in a very iconic location of New Vegas, which is one of the first kind of towns that you kind of run into, where she stood on that dinosaur and shot through that dinosaur.
Yeah.
Amazing. As a fanboy, I wowed that out. My wife fucking had to walk out of the room because I was screaming.
Oh my God.
Exactly what you did. Like, I don't want to talk about the show as much because I feel like I don't want to spoil the show as much because I feel like the show itself handles a fantastic way of bringing in kind of Easter eggs. So if it handles a sense of if you know, you know.
Yeah.
And without being snobby about it.
No, that's what I loved about it because, okay, out of everyone here, I've never played a Fallout game.
Shame on you.
I know. Ever in my
You
life.
should be crucified.
No, shut up. Okay.
Hey. You'll be okay.
I know, I will.
You'll be
No,
okay.
you won't.
You could be better though.
You can either choose to go back in time, or you can choose to have this be your walking stick.
No, this is my introduction, and don't get me wrong. I have like Epic Games at one point had like they were giving away the first 2 games for free. I have them now, so
And you never played them?
I'm going to fuck. There are other
Jesus
games. I'm playing Death Stranding. Fuck Death Stranding, by the way.
That's off the pot. That's off the pot.
It's. I'm at a
off the
part
pot.
and it's pissing me off.
You gotta
I'm
get
sorry.
in line, buddy.
It's
After,
all right.
after
Okay.
Death Stranding,
I think I know where he's.
after Death Stranding,
You know where I am.
he's going to France, bitch.
Yeah, and I'm
You
going to
could come
France.
to the Capital Wasteland.
He's going to France,
I'm
bitch.
going around the world. I'm first America, then
Ding,
France,
ding,
and then back in America.
dong.
First off, when he's done with that, he's going to Australia and Mexico first.
I can't
and
go-
then he's going to those places.
I don't have those games yet.
It's okay.
He's not playing Death Stranding 2.
You get it.
He's playing France
Hey,
Simulator.
we're not-
All right.
All right, hey,
This
look,
is
look,
not
Fallout.
a French simulator talk.
I enjoyed.
Oui,
I'm
oui.
sorry, I went on a tangent. I enjoyed that. I can tell that they were there, like the little like fucking hints or like cameos and like Easter eggs for the fans. But yeah, it flowed so well. It didn't like, hey, look, it's me. Look, I'm the cameo. Hey, it just fit.
That's one thing that they're good at. They're not snobby about like their lore.
Exactly. I don't know how many movies where like you'll have like it'll be a video game movie, anime movie, or whatever. They'll have the character who's not even part of the story at this point show up. Hey, it's me. I am blah blah blah, and they'll be like, oh, okay. Well, we'll get to you later. Like, okay, but I'm here when you're ready. Like as like a little cameo, even though that's it. They'll never go back to that thing again.
The fan service that they give. Like I said, it's a if you know moment all the time.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished.
So the slow-mo sniper shot, beautiful. That's literally the beginning of New Vegas. Like frame for frame, instead of a Deathclaw is a Raider.
Oh.
That is epic fan service.
Wow.
Yeah, they do
that's
a lot.
deep. Yeah, I was gonna say that's like,
and they do it in such a way where it's like still cinematic and it still fits to what they're doing within the show. But it's like
because I didn't notice
for you.
when Lucy was like fighting those ghouls and everything. I was like, oh, this is straight up just Fallout. Because I have seen the clips of like them shooting people like you know.
Oh, the bats, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking at which part is to shoot at.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Exactly, by the way. I was like, damn, I did good.
I saw your eye. You were like, was that me? Was that the Pit Boy?
It was history talking through him.
Yeah, but no, I thoroughly enjoyed Fallout 2, and I'm excited. I wish it was longer. Fuck, I'm ready for season. I want to know more.
Hell, I was late because I was trying to finish an episode.
Oh damn!
And it's just such a good show.
It's a great adaptation.
I'm doing I went straight from binge watching season 1 all the way into season 2.
Wow!
And I gotta say, if there's one person I'm so happy that this person's just like a great TV actor as Walton Goggins, the guy who plays the ghoul. Oh
Yeah.
my god! Whatever he does, he's just so
good at it.
And I'm glad that it's his time. I'm glad they tapped him and said, "You get to be front and center of this thing." Mm-hmm. Just in every the flashbacks are great.
Yeah.
The performances in his regular time is great. I love this guy.
I can't wait for more Super Mutants. I can't wait,
dude.
I love those guys.
The way that they're like just teasing them is amazing. Like that flashback where she's crossing over from Canada and there's that super mutant just ran that suicide super mutant.
Mm-hmm.
There was a suit. Oh,
how did you think the Brotherhood of Steel guy blew up? Oh, they got he's not Brotherhood of Steel. He's just a U.S. Army guy in a power suit.
Okay, that happened so fucking.
Yeah, it happened so quick. It was like,
oh, trust me, it always does.
What the fuck? I do. Why do
when you're in the game and all you hear is beep 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 beep? The first thing you do is just
look
vats.
As a guy who Fallout fan, I want to know. Okay, how the people who are in the armor talk, is that in the game?
Yeah.
They talk like bros.
No,
like
do they have that kind of exact type of dialogue? No, but do they talk like that with that distorted voice? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like every time, it feels like anyone who's in the army has to like, hey man, what the fuck? Hey, let's go.
I think that might be more like a real world parody type deal.
That's a flavor that they added, but the Brotherhood of Steel are very much Chad-like in the sense of like the Brotherhood still just doesn't want anybody else to have technology.
Okay, yeah.
So they're all like very like militant, like religious, like yo, we own everything. So Fallout has this thing where everybody kind of has the same kind of like dialogue-esque thing. So the show kind of like updated that by like giving every faction a personality. And they decided to go with the Brotherhood of Steel is a little bit more Chad-like.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I got a question for you, Haida.
Oh.
Do you think that Liberty Prime is going to fight a super mutant behemoth?
Or Mirelurk Queen.
We haven't got a Mirelurk yet.
What language?
I know, which I'm kind of surprised because they're like super prevalent in every single game.
Don't they have to be like around water or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah, but they could have done. They brought in the gecko, which like in first season, the gecko thing. Yeah. That's a DLC character. That could have been the Mirelurk.
True.
But that's nitpicking.
Something I say about the show, I love how, even more so than I like it in the games, but I love how they handle multiple choice of anything that's going to fuck up this world, multiple choice of the corporations, multiple choice of the characters, options within inside, how they choose to go at things. I love how the show just handles that. Yeah, you're no matter which way you jump off, you're fucked. Like, this whole world is just like a continuation of fighting factions, and if they're not now, they will be, because of the way it's set up. How they even tie in a lot of real world themes, like the way capitalism is destroying us as a society. Like, the show does a lot right, and with the property of this game, that is in a way that I feel is just magical. Yeah. I think it's one of the best shows on anything on streaming services. Is really good at how they handle stuff. The performances are so great. The lady who plays Lucy, just like, she's a powerhouse. She's amazing.
My brother brought up, like, why wasn't she cast as Battle Angel Alita? They wouldn't need to
do anything.
No CGI.
They would not need to do CGI. I'll tell you what.
Her eyes are captivating. I mean,
man,
you know what?
The emotion she can portray.
Not
with
trying to talk
big
shit
ass
about
eyes.
But because of her, I learned something about human anatomy because of her.
What's that?
Almost unilaterally, human eyes are the exact same size.
What do you mean?
So the reason her eyes look big is because other features are small.
Right.
Oh, like
That makes sense.
like her nose and her mouth, or just her
Skull.
Just whatever the fuck it is.
yeah.
But unilaterally, the eyeballs are
they're all
homogenous
the
in
same
size.
diameter. Yeah.
he's trying to run cover for himself.
I was gonna say your big ass.
I got
Your big ass.
I got
big ass.
fat ass.
The big
sockets.
ass lippers.
Every time I see her, I just go back to that Bad Boys 2 line. It's like, some pretty fit, beautiful fish, big ass eyes, beautiful fucking fish.
If I can talk, I'm just gonna touch 1 minute. I mean, on a second, on like, I really, because game wise, it's all foreign to
you.
Yeah, foreign to me. I don't know anything, but it's fine because I could still, even though I don't know anything, I still enjoy it.
I think that's the beauty of the show.
Yeah, like, and I have to say, in this season, I really love, and I kept noticing it as I kept as I was catching up. Like, I love the idea about like identity and like things changing you and you not knowing who you are.
Wasteland changed you.
Yeah, like not even just Wasteland, just like life. Like when you get into these like groups and trying to fight for what you believe in, whether it's to survive or to do the right thing and everything, no matter what, it's still changing, and you battle with like, what is this turning me into? Like Coop's wife, she thought she was doing the right thing, right? And because she wanted to save her daughter and her husband, she wanted to save her family.
And ideally, in this situation, she kind of was.
Yeah, like she did the best what she could with what she had at the time, because she knew like, well, I can't. I'm one cog in one machine, and I can only do so much. But I like the fact like Coop kind of showed like, hey, we can do something. We have to do something, because then who we're gonna be if we decide to just fuck over everyone else just for us. And I like that. I like that struggle, that like battle between. And as he even got older and everything, he's turned into the ghoul. He still needs to figure out how he's going to have to deal with that when he meets his family.
And I think the beauty of that, when you see the dichotomy of the flashbacks and him now, where like when we first meet him, he's 100% for himself and he's willing to fuck anybody over. And when you see the flashbacks, when he's refusing to be that, and like the 200 plus years that forced him to become that, and now him meeting Lucy and him reverting back
into
that caring person,
because he saw Lucy, because he was kind of like that other Maximus friend Thaddeus. He was like that. He was like, well, I've been in the wasteland. I've seen a lot of things. Good people, no. They don't exist. And he's, like you said, he saw that for 200 years, because it's nothing but factions and people killing each other and stuff. But seeing Lucy, who is just like this girl who is just good,
naive at the end, naive in his eyes,
naive, but like still, even as she experienced all those things in season 2, she's like, I'm still willing to try to be good, to try to see the good thing. And I like the fact that we saw that she was struggling to like, oh, maybe my dad has a good point. Maybe, if you change these people, they'll at least be good and not hurt each other and blah, blah, blah. Because she has a thing about killing and like people killing and blah, blah, blah. And there was a way out from that. Her father gave her that, but she still saw beyond a doubt like, hey, this is still wrong because he's taking away what that person is.
Also, I do love how they let Kyle MacLachlan get back into a suit. That man is spiffy as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He dresses it up. And even though he's doing something absolutely egregious and horrible, it's like, man, he's doing it with a Coke bottle open smile.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Classy.
Yeah, super classy.
You said Maximus, right? That's the other main character, right?
Yeah.
I love his character.
No,
I love him.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like how every build, when you make a character and you want to do the tough things like being soldiers and shit, he's just that playthrough, like at base.
I love the facial expressions that he has. It's like when he finally like reunited with Lucy, it wasn't like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. It's like, are you fucking crazy or not? You know?
Yeah, because that's what that world does.
He always has this like kind of
You're not
blank
sure.
expression of uncertainty.
Well, to me, like he always has this, and I don't want to. I don't know. To me, his character always plays as this like kind of like lost in time character where he's just like. He just follows through what he believes is safe.
Yeah, he's not entirely sure what the fuck he's
Yeah.
supposed to be doing or what
Yeah.
he should be doing, but
Yeah.
he's always making half-cocked decisions.
Yeah.
And you can see that expression on his face, and I really enjoy how accurately he portrays his character.
And I also like that he's not a fucking total like,
Badass. Like,
He's bumbling through it.
Yeah, he's very like awkward and stumbles through a lot of these situations.
It really brings home like the world that Bethesda has created with Fallout, where it's just like, dog, we're just shooting. We're all shooting, and if you hit the mark, you hit the mark.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Like speaking on that actor and that character, like I do love his expression. Like he the way his resting, or at least his like his blank look, it feels like he's never smiled in his life. But then when he does smile and does have a good time, like
It feels foreign.
It feels foreign. Yeah.
But
But it feels like he's like always guarded.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, because of how many times he's been hurt
Yeah.
ever since he got out of that refrigerator.
Yeah.
I have to say, my one little gripe, and maybe you guys can clear it up for me, what you think of this. Like, I wish his friend, when he was at the Brotherhood's little base while they were trying to figure out what's going on.
The non-binary?
Thaddeus or the non-binary?
The non-binary.
Okay.
I forgot their name.
It doesn't matter.
Zelia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish that
The
they...
Hispanic one.
Yeah, the Hispanic one.
That's easier.
Yeah. I wish
they have the same little mustache.
I can't. For a while, I could not tell if that was lighting or if that was just. I was like,
Damn, not the unk status. Get that dirt off your lip, boy.
I just wish, like, this person, they wanted to like, this whole time they're like pushing Thaddeus, right? I mean, pushing Maximus. They know that like Maximus wants to do the right thing and stuff like that, and they're like, "What are you doing? Like, you need to do. You think this is right? You think this is good? What are you doing? You know, like." I'm like, okay, cool. And then like when Maximus decides they leave, Maximus decides to leave. And I'm like, why is that character? Why did they stay? That's what I was like confused about.
Yeah.
Like, why did they stay behind? It felt like they already knew they had a really good moral compass, especially for Maximus. So I'm like, that's a good. Even I was like iffy about them in season 1, but I was like, oh, that's a good friend. So like, why did they stay behind just to keep doing whatever else was doing?
Specify something like that. I always chop it up to, this is the safest way to exist while you're in the wasteland. You can either choose to be here with the Brotherhood of Steel and keep a warm bed and some food in your belly every night, or you can go out there,
tough it out with the rest of them niggas.
Yeah, you know, there's a death cloud. There's a death cloud on the street. You can go fight that.
It's just so kind of like weirdly hypocritical, and maybe that's the point of the character.
That's the point. That's the point of survival and Fallout.
It's the point of the wasteland.
I guess so.
That's the thing with like when Maximus was like, "Get the kids out of here." Where are they supposed to take them?
Fair, yeah.
Are they supposed to just go find a Nuka-Cola plant or sarsaparilla plant?
Surprisingly, haven't seen one yet.
What?
Nuka-Cola?
Well, you haven't seen sarsaparilla though. Right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. We haven't seen
Nuka-Cola or Quantum.
Yet. I know. But Quantum,
we seen bottle caps.
Bottle caps.
We've seen plenty of bottle caps.
Plenty of bottle caps. A whole table. I was like, do you know what that's worth? I was in there watching it.
As he like spread it down.
Maybe they're playing the survival mode where it's kind of hard to find Nuka-Colas and Quantum.
Maybe. Not a single vending machine in New Vegas.
Ain't no vending machines in.
Now Nuka-Cola machines?
Yeah, with that one bottle that you can just open up and find. Oh, look at this random fucking Nuka-Cola.
In
That weighs fucking 1.5 pounds, but I'm gonna take 75 of them.
Holy shit.
I think they did a good portrayal of Caesar's Legion in the show.
Yeah,
Great.
I
Kaiser,
honestly,
you mean?
I honestly thought
Kaiser.
Macaulay was gonna be a one-off show. Like when I seen him and that happened, I was like, okay, we're not gonna see him again. And then, like, we see him towards the end. I was like,
No, yeah.
oh, dude, he might be like a recurring character in fucking season 3. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna. It seemed like he's in charge of the army. Like he's become the Kaiser.
he's Kaiser.
Yeah, he's Kaiser. He's gonna lead the army because they're still coming.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I do love like the Kaiser versus Caesar explanation that you pulled out. I was like, I've had that since 2000 and whatever when Fallout New Vegas came out.
Right? You're like, that's fucking funny. I just love the way the show pokes fun at its and I realized that I prefer the media this way. Like I played enough of the games to where it's like I know what this stuff is steeped in. But now it's like, oh, I prefer to consume it this way because the lore is so much.
It's easier, like funner to consume.
Yeah, way funner, especially if they're doing it like this. Whoever's cranking the cheese over there, at Kilted Films or whoever's putting this show out.
Yeah,
they're doing a great job. Like it doesn't feel like the lore is assaulting me. It feels like it's just being peppered in.
Exactly, they're doing a fantastic job with them introducing the Enclave now. Like they're slowly kind of feeding you anything. I think the only gripe that I have from this season is that we didn't see a Cazador at one point, and Cazadors are in New Vegas are these gigantic 3-foot tall wasps that are impossible to kill at like anything under 20 level 20.
Okay,
like they are frightening.
Yeah,
You run into them in the middle of the wasteland and you see more than one. You're
lost.
Run.
You must be lost, boy.
Run.
Yeah,
You ain't from around here.
Like, I was really peppering for a Cazador. We didn't get a Cazador.
no.
We got
only
we got the
roaches.
drug references. That's all I care about.
good drug references.
Oh, dog, that Addictol.
Yep.
Addictol, yeah.
100 cats for an
Without a
Addictol,
third
dog.
stream of buff out,
I like.
anyone be a little crazy.
I kind of like the whole little the sneaking in. Like it kind of just reminded me like going into a shop. Like I want this stuff, but I'm not gonna pay for it. So how she just went around, decided to go in the back way.
Then she didn't know if that guy was a killer or not.
Yeah,
She said, "Can I help you?"
So
That dead body.
So he just
are
came
you
in.
so and so.
He's got no clothes on, so you just he came in with no clothes. So people just regularly steal things or try to steal things with no clothes. Like
One of the funnest things of this last season was everybody trying to figure out who. So the Carrier 6 is the protagonist you play as in Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
There were so many people trying to figure out who put that Carrier 6 onto different people, and they're like, it obviously has to be the guy in the shop. Like, who else would kill somebody and put on their clothes?
just fucking nothing.
So what's the short king's name again?
Which one?
The one from the vault.
Oh,
Lucy's brother.
Lucy's brother.
That's Rico.
That Rico is
But
honestly the most boring character in the show.
Yeah.
I feel like at first I thought that storyline was going to end with all those people, all those motivated new workers just getting to where Kyle MacLachlan's working so he can have an efficient workforce, but they kind of did away with that when he figured out the machine thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, so now I don't know what these people are doing. Or
I don't know what they're doing with his storyline, but I feel like he's going to be our introduction into Vault-Tec and what Vault-Tec was doing across the country. And Lucy is going to be our driving force behind the main progression of getting into the shits. I think her brother is going to be this kind of side story of the way they're going to pair it together is going to be some kind of conglomeration of Vault-Tec is a piece of shit, but Vault-Tec was just working on behalf of the Enclave, and this is what I found out, and this is what I've learned, and then we're going to put those together and turn it into this epic battle of whatever he's doing over here. I think his stuff is going to be a lot more slow burn, where we're getting the action up front, and here's his background workings or
And
whatever.
I'm not mad at that because the
Yeah.
show, every which way the show is attacked, everything I like. Now, of course, I've had to put it in order. The vault business, what's going on in the vault business is a lot less interesting than what's happening on the surface,
Yeah.
but it's also still a good part of the show, and I'm glad it's there because you need to see how these people are surviving day to day and divulging into madness. So.
But also, I think it's the slow drip of information is exactly what they're doing. Like you touched on it, like when you're playing the game and you leave your vault in whatever game it is, you see it from your perspective. But the way you're introduced in the game to Vault-Tec, to the Enclave, and everything that was going on prior to the bombs landing is by you walking in, reading some excerpts, and be like, wait, why is this vault full of berries? Why is there berry? Why did I just kill this guy and it said berry 49? And then around the corner, there's another guy that's like berry 73. And then there's all these berries coming out, just screaming out berry. What does this mean? Well, I got to read this goddamn 17 different,
Yeah.
protocols to realize what it is. And you're like, oh, this vault is a social experiment where they just cloned a bunch of berries to see which one would win. And then you have another vault that's like, oh,
All Elvises.
there's another vault that like they took a bunch of drug addicts, recovering drug addicts, they put them in a vault, and after 2 years they opened up a hatch where a bunch of drugs came out to see what would happen when you introduce a shit ton of unlimited drugs to a bunch of people. So like when you play the game and you go into these vaults and you're like, oh, Vault-Tec is a goddamn devil.
Yeah.
This is a good slow drip moment of like, oh, Vault-Tec is the goddamn devil.
right, reassuring that.
Yeah, you're seeing it through. I can't stop calling him Rico from Hannah Montana.
Using Hannah Montana. You teaching me something.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
He was a character in Hannah Montana, so every time I see him, I'm just like Rico.
I'm not going to ask why you're watching Hannah Montana.
Again, just
I was a young man
Exactly.
watching Disney Channel. God damn it!
Didn't he?
again, just a great show. I wonder this formula should be studied.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
And they keep strong with the Fallout status, with every outro being a golden classic.
I like that.
I love the attention to detail there.
I also think, this is random, I think the ending was a Fight Club reference. It felt, if the ending felt so familiar, and it just came to me while we were talking about it, I think it felt like Fight Club.
Speaking of, was that a prelude to what happens in 4 with synths, or are synths always around?
Synths are always around,
Oh, damn.
but yes. The Enclave develops spoilers. The Enclave develops a synths, and they're going to be getting into the Enclave. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot more synths, and maybe some characters that we're familiar with might turn out to be synths.
Clankers? Oh my God.
Yeah.
What if it's Lucy and her brother?
My bet right now is that blonde girl from the vault is a synth, but I don't know.
Oh, true.
My bet is that the
see
Ghoul's family are synths.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Wait, whose family?
The Ghoul.
Walter Goggins. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah, they'd be fucked up, but I can see it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. Do we have any closing thoughts on the show, or are we
More of it, but take your time. I know they're trying to speed line it to get season 3 out faster, but please don't ruin something.
Especially like
great.
you got God of War. Like just
Did we talk about how
Do that.
I remember where I heard this that they're kind of going to use whatever happens here as like
a game.
jumping off for Fallout 5.
that's going to be an interesting premise. I'll say that because
Yeah.
they're making some amazing.
And I think I touched on it earlier. Like they kind of set a specific ending for Fallout New Vegas. That's cool because I always thought every playthrough of Fallout to me is a different multiverse. So like you can do whatever. This is the one they chose to do. That's cool. Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, I hope they don't try to do this. But like, do you guys remember that Sci-Fi Channel show that also had a game that came out at the same time? And whenever you play the game, anything that happened in the show would like affect the game that you're playing.
what was the show?
I need some more.
Defiance.
I need some breadcrumbs. Defiance.
It's called Defiance.
Oh, that show,
remember
that
Yeah,
sci-fi show.
It was a sci-fi show. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I don't watch.
Sci-Fi
I don't watch sci-fi channel
Yes, you do.
shows. No, I don't.
Come on, you know you did.
No.
Come on, you just got. Look,
It was not my. It's not my bag.
It was like about aliens came. This was like a post aliens. Pretty much they came. There was war, but then like everything calm down, and defines as like a place where all the alien species / humans who lived on Earth could like.
Yeah, that dude from Hellboy was in it. The dude who, the dude he played Nomak and Blade 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting indeed. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they had a game that came out at the same time.
No, I don't want that. I mean, whatever you guys decide to like finish off and set as a basis to jump off Fallout 5, cool. But I don't want this show to affect what Fallout 5
Robert
like
watched this.
moves on.
I mean, like now that's how you know it's not a good show because it's just. But no, I mean just like if they set up like a premise and then they like this is what the world looks like now.
After
here's 5,
100%,
go. I'm cool with that because like you can explain up until then.
Robert watched that.
With that being said, you guys ready to review it? I, as a fan, I love this. I'm giving it a 9.1 rat scorpion mandibles.
Yes, that was so
10.
cool. I don't know what he was doing crawling through the table to get away from it. I was like, why? He could have just, it was so weird. But it was cool seeing those things. I was just as afraid of them on the show as I was
in the game. For 100%. Fucking little.
It's just too much for me.
I give it 8.5. 8.5 little ghoul children out of 10. Yeah,
I'm in the
little ghoul
same
children that just disappeared.
I'm in the same boat as you because I'm really enjoying this, and at this point in time, I'm still on for the ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm giving this 9. Oh no, I lost it.
Want me to go instead?
Please, I lost it.
I'll give the show a 9.3 Voltec ads out of 10. Just can't get enough like of seeing this man in a suit, walking through anywhere, smoking a cig, Now, I personally can't relate to this like 1950s mantra to living, like what a man's supposed to be and all this bullshit. But boy, when he does it, oh my God, it's so awesome.
And Fallout itself does a great time of just landlocking 1950s for like 300 years.
Hell yeah. Like they
There we
just
go.
do such a great job at it.
Yeah, 9 gauntlet punches out of the window out of 10.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was so crazy.
Wait, do you know who that thing was?
What thing?
The Frankenstein thing?
The Super Mutant?
Super Mutant?
Yeah,
that a super
that
mutant?
was a super mutant.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I didn't know.
yeah.
that.
Oh, may your heart be your guiding key. Yeah, super mutant.
There's a theory that it's either Marcus or there's another Super Mutant. I can't remember. It eluded me, but there's a theory that it is a character from the actual games.
They think they're so superior.
Yeah.
What? And are they related to ghouls?
Super mutants are part of the FEV virus, which is the force evolutionary virus that Vault-Tec pumped into people to make super soldiers, which turned out to create such monstrosities as centaurs, as red roaches. Everything you see that's enormously out of control large.
Anything irradiated that's sentient or, like you said, a big ass animal. That's
the FEV virus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's kinda
So, ghouls.
Death claws, ghouls, super mutants, centaurs, red roaches, anything that's been overly exposed.
And that's why
as some
technically
kinda FEV virus.
our resident ghoul is now an irradiated ghoul,
Oh,
which
because
is an
he got-
actual enemy class. Yes.
Oh, damn.
That dude, the guy who shows up with Maximus,
Thaddeus?
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
Thaddeus. He's
arm
turning
falls?
into a centaur, right?
That's what the theory is,
That's
but
what I heard
nobody
about,
knows. Nobody knows.
Interesting.
It's because he lost his arm, and centaurs don't have arms. They have two, but centaurs' arms go down to their pelvis, which turns them into four-legged freaks and
Right.
really elongated. So people think he's turning into a centaur because his arm fell off.
I thought it was just because of the pussy on his neck.
It could be. I mean,
Hey,
centaurs.
is this normal?
You know why not?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, should have had
but
8.5 pussy
He
neck.
could technically be turning into something that we haven't seen before, because is this further along in every Fallout storyline? So,
Oh, okay.
which could be cool for him to hey, we're introducing a new enemy subclass in the new game, and this is what it's going to look like.
That'd
It'll
be
also
cool.
be a great opportunity. So,
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
The Thaddeus class.
yeah.
Fallout's so cool when you don't have base building in your fucking ear.
Shut up.
They should make a homage to
Preston
that.
Garvey should shoot you on sight.
Agreed. There should be something about that, like building the houses and shit. I don't know.
That's Fallout 4. That's Fallout 4.
No, I'm saying they need to do that in the show. They need to go
Yeah.
Oh, the
hey,
base
Yeah,
building.
a settlement
Okay,
needs
we gotta-
a settlement needs you, bro.
Gentlemen need your help.
Well, God damn it. There's
Lucy.
nothing here because you're not building it. I don't know.
Lucy, the settlement's crying.
Oh, you're in the middle of a really important dungeon? There's a settlement being attacked.
Yeah.
Leave here and go help them, or else they're all going to die and your trade route's going to be destroyed.
Yeah. Real world.
Fallout 4.
Love it.
Thank you guys for joining us in another
Fucking
Thirst Quencher. You can follow us at the Thirst and Thirst Pod. Follow me at just_Uno, Instagram and Twitter.
You can follow me at What's Kingmaking on YouTube.
You can follow me at Stooge Prime on Twitter.
You can follow me at Art of Sumo on Instagram and Twitter.
And also tell us what you think of Wonder Man and Fallout. What you think?
Again, really shocked at how positive.
Which one is a bomb and which one's the bomb?
I think we both know.
Later, nerds.
See you, nerds.
Peace.